What is up, various persons of internet and roguelike persuasion / enthusiasm? Hi. Bunch of things to start off with here, because it's been a long time since I've recorded any sort of roguelike activity for this channel. The first is an apology for my mic, my old headset mic. If you've listened to any of my... Let me move this a bit. Oh, fuck me, did I break it? Nope. If you listen to any of my older, more recent, I guess, 6 months ago videos, I mentioned the fact that my headset was broken and I had to sort of adapt. I'm using a USB producer's mic, which will get the job done, but I'll have to see if I can work in Audacity to get rid of some of the room tone, or else you're going to get sort of an echo effect as opposed to the rich, velvety tones of my voice. So if I can't get that to properly function, I apologize in advance. Secondly, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you'll know that we have a general standing policy / a general standing agenda, and that is to play every English-speaking roguelike once, and once only, for the channel. So why the frack have I fired up Angband, which we certainly covered on this channel years ago? And it's for one very simple reason. Angband has become an Angband variant. A few years ago, maybe as far back as 2013, a new gentleman took over the ownership, the guidance, the leadership. There's a word for it I'm looking for. The stewardship of Angband. And began, influencing its direction in terms of its gameplay. Gary, what are you doing? I'll be honest, my first instinct when I heard some of the things he was doing was not a pleasant one. He was changing a lot of the rules of the game. I mean, simple things like searching for secret doors. You no longer press S. If you're standing adjacent to a secret door, you automatically instantly find it. If I understand the new rules correctly. So with things like that in mind, I was like, why? This is a decades-old game. It's not a game that, on the surface, to me, felt like it needed to be modded at all. And if you are going to mod it, you are officially making a variant. And beyond that, why not just make a brand new game, you know what I mean? If you're going to do all this stuff. That said, I was out of town for a week last week, and I brought my wife's laptop, and I threw some roguelikes on there, including the most current version of Angband, version 4.2.2. Fired it up expecting a fairly vanilla experience from vanilla Angband, and much to my surprise found out I was in a new frickin' land. It is a very, very different game. Even from 4.13, which I played previous to that fairly recently. Let's start a new game, and I'll show you what I mean. Let's do File. Yeah, let's make sure I'm recording, right? Yup. Alright. I'm going to try and use all these extra term windows. I don't usually do that, but what the hell, let's give it a shot. Try a new game. Now, before I go any further, because you're going to see it in a second, there may or may not be some new races here. There are certainly some new classes. We are not going to play one of those new classes. Let's play a frickin' human. F it, we're a human. Right here you can see. Necromancer? What the frack? Blackguard? What is this? There's also a druid. 3 new spell casting classes that did not exist in Angband proper before, that do now. This is just one of the many new things to be brought into the game. I tried a necromancer when I was out of town. I died fairly rapidly. Then I tried my old standby, a paladin, and made it much further. I technically have a game going right now with a paladin as my main character. Nonetheless, I'm going to play a paladin. Now, again, I could hear an easy groan from a large swath of people who have watched me play this game before and say, why are you playing a paladin? I've seen you play a human paladin before. Human paladins are completely different than they were in previous versions of Angband. Let's go with this. Let's do a standard roller. Fuck points. Keep some things the same if I can. Let's re-roll that. Years and years ago, I was on a... It's not terrible. We want good strength, we want good wisdom, we want good constitution. Those are my 3. And we don't have bad there, but I want at least 15 in one of those stats. Oh, I got it right there. Alright, maybe that's our dude. Fuck it, that's our dude. Let's go ahead and take that. How do we do? Enter to accept. Enter our name. Let's do Sir. So Danvers. Alright, there we go. Accept character history. I didn't even look at it, so yes. I don't care about the character's history. Hit any key. Let's also change this stuff right away. Years and years ago, I was frequenting a chat room that was talking about Angband and stuff, and I mentioned Moria, or somebody mentioned Moria, and how Angband had descended from Moria, and somebody else jumped in right away with this almost angry tirade about how, yes, but Angband has evolved so much now that it's a completely different game than Moria, which until this version I would have disagreed. Angband was Moria, with color graphics and a few extra bells and whistles like some magic items, greater depth, yes, some new monsters, yes, some new elemental effects, and yes, hero, unique monsters, like champion and legend monsters and that kind of stuff. But this game, again, has changed it so much that to me, it's a different game altogether. Let me move my friggin' mouse. Let me move that away. Alright, let me get things basically in place. So we can basically play. Let's press G right off the bat to learn. You can see we have our Holy Book of Prayers, just like you always would as a paladin. Let's press A. We have learned the prayer of Bless. I think that might be the same as we had before, but let's browse that book. B, A. You can see there's a lot less spells in this book. We have Bless, Detect Evil, Call Light, Minor Healing. That is a new way of phrasing it. Sense Invisible, that's cool, which incidentally lasts for a while. It's not like a blink. It's not like the blink of an eye where you see them for 1 second. It lasts for a while. Heroism. Let's see what else we got in our inventory here. A single ration of food, a scroll of Word of Recall, a scroll of Protection from Evil, which I don't really need, to be honest, right now. Yeah, I'll drop that off in my house. Turn on my numlock. Let me see if I can make my numpad work in any fashion whatsoever. Is it broken? Is it turned off? Did I drop it? Did a cat step on it? What sort of thing happened here? Alright, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to go see if I can fix this friggin' thing. Give me 1 second. Hey. There we go. Needed a new battery. My numpad, my keyboard, and my mouse all conked out battery-wise in the last couple of days. And all had to be replaced. Okay, can I move around like this now? Yes, I can. Look at that. Okay, let's go. Let's go to my house. Let's drop off our Protection from Evil. Yeah, so I thought, as I said, I was playing this out of town, and I was enjoying it enough that I kind of wanted to play when I got back, and I thought, well, right now this is what I want to play, so... Somebody was asking me the other day about when am I going to record another roguelike. Well, why not record one when I actually want to play a specific roguelike? Let's get 2 rations of food. Price of 6 from Bilbo. Let's get a pick. We're definitely going to want that. It's the bulk of our money right there. We wielding everything. We don't have anything. Do we have any equipment? We got a main gauche. It's 1 to 5 damage. That's alright. Let's go over to the armor store. A lot of this obviously is quite the same as, Eternal Angband, but some of it's quite different. Let's grab up a shield of some sort. What am I looking at here? Is this... I think we can afford a small metal shield 5+2. That ain't bad. Of course, we could get a much better one soon. Let's just get it anyway. Let's purchase that. Yes. Let's wield it. What else? We only have 1 torch, is that true? We got 2 more. We got 2. Let's go get a cloak and maybe a couple more torches. One of the other differences, there's a few major differences. There's a lot of major differences. But one of the ones I've noticed is the game is a lot harder. Like a lot freaking harder. In the early levels, at least in the early levels, did I already get some rations of food? I forget what I'm doing, guys. In the early levels, the monsters are actually a challenge, as opposed to in previous versions of Angband. You go to level 1 and it's like, okay, well, I don't really need to remain here. These are not a threat in any way. They are now. Let's go in. Down circuits. You also have a light meter now. You can see we're sitting in light 3. That helps determine how easily monsters see you. What do we got here? A hazy potion. Let's get that. So yeah, I'm going to play some Angband. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy Angband and not berate me. We found 6 scrolls all at once. That's maybe different than it used to be. Let's get those. I'm going to read one right now and find out what it does. You're surrounded by white light. Okay, scrolled light. Got it. There is no option now to sell your stuff in the town. You know how you used to. Certainly in Moria, I used to make a very concerted habit of going back to town with everything I can and selling it. You can't sell now even if you want to. There's no option to turn it on as far as I know. So you can give your stuff away in town, but that's it. Which does force you to die faster and spend less time doing boring things like going back to the surface. Way back when I played Moria for this channel. I used to apologize every time we did an episode where I had to go back to the surface because it wasted like 20 minutes of bullshit. So there'll be less of that this time around. Assuming I survive it all. Monsters flee more frequently than they used to. I've noticed that. You get in a shield bash. That's no longer a function you have to enact by pressing like Shift B. It's just an automatic process by virtue of being some sort of warrior dude with a shield. He's not a warrior definitively, but you know what I mean. These guys are running away from me a lot. Oh, yeah, I already went up a level. Look at that, we have 27 health already. Just bashing and killing with my... Not even jackals, those are wild dogs. My main gauche. Can we learn any new spell yet? Nope. Did they say we can't? No. Now, one of the other major things that's different, besides having fewer spells in your spell book, besides having different, completely different spell classes, like I said, the Necromancer and Blackguard use a brand new form of magic called like Dark Magic or something like that. The Druid uses a brand new type of magic called Nature Magic, which is what the Ranger now uses as well, incidentally. I think Rogues and Magic users still use, or Wizards, whatever they're called, Mages still use Arcane Magic. But yeah, it's taken on some aspects of things like Zangband in that regard. But also, possibly similar to Zangband, not only are there fewer spells in my spell book, but I can't... the spell book I have and the next one are the only two that are ever going to appear in the store to be purchased. Outside of the... outside of the black market, where you can sometimes find spellbooks, those two spellbooks are all we're going to have access to unless we find them in the dungeon. That makes a huge difference when you're playing a spellcaster, obviously. You can't just be like, well, I've leveled up, therefore I'm going to learn the next set of spells. They're a lot harder to learn because you may not have access. The game I'm playing right now, with the other one on my wife's computer, I think I'm eligible to learn 6 new spells, but I can't learn any of them because I haven't found the spellbook. I saw it in the black market once, but it was out of my price range. So much for that. For now, I'm going to follow the old policy I adopted in Moria, which is we don't go down to the next level until we are at least 4 levels higher than the next level, which means we have to be level 6 before I will go down to level 2. We'll try and maintain that. It seems to work as a general rule. Let's wield the pick again and dig this passable rubble up. Soldier. I'm not used to having all these extra, wonderful extra windows open. This is actually quite useful. Even when I played on my wife's computer, it was a smaller screen, and because the laptop... Well, I'm confused. Because I had to keep the laptop closer to me because of the nature of what a laptop is, I couldn't separate the monitor from the keyboard, say. Fuck you. Jesus Christ. Let's go over here and rest before we take him on again, so he doesn't kill us. Alright, he's dead. Oh, welcome to level 3. You can learn more prayer. Let's learn it. We learned Detect Evil. Let's start casting these things too, because just like earlier versions of Angband, casting a spell earns you experience the first time you cast it. It is no longer P for prey. It is M for magic, no matter what spell type you're using. Let's do Detect Evil. I sense no evil creatures, okay? I press P. Oh, P does work. Incidentally, you can use that as well. Let's cast Bless just for the sake of doing it. Alright, it's done. Yeah, because of the nature of what a laptop is, I couldn't separate the monitor from the keyboard, which meant I was sitting very close to the monitor, and notice invisible. Might have been a typo there, I'm not sure. Attacking to the west. Killed it. When things are too close to me, given my advanced years, I'm slightly farsighted, I guess. It's a newish thing in the last 5-6 years, but when things are too close to me, I can't really read them, so I had to put on my glasses, but then with my glasses on, the screen was far too close to me, therefore it was out of focus, so I couldn't really see well, so I had to just keep the one window open to maximize this screen size. This is kind of a treat to be able to play with multiple windows open. Got a bunch of gray potions, a few hazy potions. Scrolls entitled Opudu. We can go back to town and give those away in a minute, at least learn what they are. Safer than using them. Unless we run out of space. Let's explore the entirety of this level before we consider going back to town. Levels seem to... the level breakdown seems a little different than I remember it being in Angband as well. In that, at least anecdotally, when I was playing last, in 4.2.2, there were not different sizes of levels, but there were levels that were very full of passages and rooms, and levels that were very, very sparse with the passages and rooms. I don't recall that being a feature of Angband Vanilla prior. I guess I can't call it Angband Vanilla, because this is Angband Vanilla. It's just vanilla is a different flavor of vanilla than it used to be. Like somebody Mandela affected Angband and made it a different game altogether. So far it hasn't been super challenging, which is good. I did have some challenge in my last Paladin. But it's slightly challenging. Look at that. Got a lot of hit points, 28. We're up to another level, level 4. It's nice to have that level of Constitution because our health is climbing rapidly. Can't learn new prayers, though. So admittedly I am split in terms of my thoughts on deviating Angband proper so drastically from its roots. On the one hand, Angband is a game, and once it's established as a specific game, it seems to me very odd. What the hell's going on? It released spores at me from here. Oh, I see it. I didn't see it there. Fuck, I could kill this. It seems very odd to me to sort of fork the game itself from itself. That said, I can't deny, so far, I've been having more fun with this version of Angband than I used to have with the other version. And the other versions are still there. I still have them backed up on a hard drive, so it's not like I can't go back anytime I want. Not to mention we have things like Morgul and that kind of thing we can play anytime we want. Or all the other variants, Let's go get this potion, and then we'll kill that fucking mold that is confusing us every time we approach it. I have, no defense against this. You can also see a meter now for your how much you're fed. We're fed 70%. Different than it used to be, where you kind of had to guess. They got rid of the They got rid of the bloated aspect as well a long time ago with this version with the various 4-point versions of Angband. I think I killed it accidentally when I wandered into it when I was confused. He's gone. Monsters flee a lot more frequently. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. I don't think you can any longer... remember in Moria, you used to be able to equip two weapons, and then you can press like Shift X to switch between them. I'm not sure you can do that anymore. I couldn't figure out how to do it when I was playing last. So if there's a way in modern Angband to do so, please tell me, because I would love to be able to switch to my pick without having to wield again every time. This might be one of those maps. Look at this. I think that's the bulk of it, and it's not very crowded, right? A normal Angband map, all that blank, empty space would be filled with corridors and rooms, and it is not. It's not. Let's dive back up then, and we'll dive right back down. Let's dive up, get rid of our crap, and then dive back down. Why not? Find out what we're carrying here. Let's go over to... Oh, Squid-Eyed Rogue. He's making a lot more obscene gestures and mooning me, though, than he used to. It used to be just, he'd attack you and try and steal your shit, you know? What did I just fight? Which one is the magic place? 5? Yeah. There's no more temple. I don't know if that's been true of Angband for a while or not. It's more, there's a place where you sell potions and scrolls, and a place where you get wands and staves separate. And a bookstore where you get the books. I don't want to purchase, I want to sell. Or give. Let's give a hazy potion. A hazy shade of potion. Neutralize poison. Alright, we'll hang on to that for now. We no longer get neutralized poison at an early level as a paladin. I don't want to purchase, damn it. I'm trying to sell. D. 1. Potion of slowness. Those aren't going to help us. Boldness, alright. Save that for now. Cure Light Wounds, definitely going to save that. And you had a lot of problems with coming near to death the last time I played versus what I used to experience, which was never coming near to death in the first 15 levels. For several levels, anyway. Opadoo! Alright. Treasure detection. Minuo Co. Blessing. Alright. You know what? We'll hang on to all of it for now. We'll just squander it in the dungeon when we want it. We didn't get a lot of gold down there, did we? How much we got here? Oh, we have 451. That's not bad. Maybe let's buy some better armor again. Helm of Infravision. We can almost afford that. But almost is not... Instead of Gauntlets of free action. Fuck me. That's nice. They've also replaced the old enchantment system with runes on a lot of equipment. We'll talk more about that when they pop up. Let's get one of these metal shields. Or, no, we already have a shield, don't we? I don't have to look here. I can look to them. Maybe I do have to look here. We already have a shield. We don't need that. We need a helmet. We need some gloves. We need some boots. Let's just get some shit for now. Get a pair of leather boots. Let's wield those. We can't afford the Gauntlets of Free Action or the Helmet of Infravision, which I would love. Let us instead grab some leather gloves. No, hard leather cap. Q. 2 plus 5. Wield K. And, yeah, now the gloves. I don't know if you noticed, another thing that I don't know what version of Angband introduced this, but I'll show you. You can't purchase a lamp anymore here. You can find them in the dungeon, but you cannot purchase a lantern in store. I think the mandate of the most current versions, the current maintainer, that's the word we wanted, maintainer, has been to eliminate the boring parts and redundant parts of Angband and emphasize the fun. And admittedly, as an example, torches and lanterns used to both be purchasable in store, but the lanterns were very cheap, and you'd buy them almost immediately, and they're just better. So it meant you had a light source, the torches, that were basically all but unused. Now they're used for at least the first few levels until you find your first lamp, so... I call that, smart. I call that smart. Let's wield our pick. 100 gold pieces we found. Yep. Not bad, not bad. I think just like in earlier versions of Angband, or maybe versions of Moria too, I'm not sure, where you can turn off shopkeep haggling. Again, this time it's automatically off whether you like it or not. But I think they still follow the old rule where if there is no shopkeep haggling, then there's more treasure found in the dungeon to compensate for the money you're losing by not being able to sell, but saving you the hassle of bothering to go back to the surface to sell off, hey, I found 3 torches and a broken dagger, will you buy this, you know? So probably for the better, although I gotta admit it still galls me. Like I find stuff, I'm like, I want to go back and sell this, I can't. It goes against my instincts. You're probably hearing the tapping of my keys quite a bit. Again, without the headset mic, the general mic has to be a lot more sensitive because it's not directly at my mouth. So sorry if the tippity tapping is driving you nuts. You can always hear it, but you can hear it more now. I'm betting. We'll find out. White worm masses. They haven't changed. They're still the same pain in the ass they always were. I don't think they have any special... we don't know anything about... They can poison us. There you go. Yeah, same as they always could. Fuck, there's a lot of them here. We may have to get a... Let's look in here first in case there's a... Fuck, I don't know if we're going to get able to. Nope, we're going to get out of here. Or this is going to be our death. So, that got out of control quickly. Yeah, this sort of cave-like region here, too. It's not... I think. That's not common to old Angband. Let's just leave this region. We're not gonna... Obviously, I'm not gonna defeat those worm masses now without some sort of ability to cast a large volume spell, an area effect spell, because they had too much time to replicate. There's too many of them. So you just concede that part of the dungeon to them. Not gonna find much here anyway, as you can see from the level feeling. Not but cobwebs here. Doesn't matter for us, we're just trying to get to level 6. 2 more levels and we'll get the frack out of here. Down to the next level. I'm sure that seems like an abundance of ridiculous caution to some, but whatever. Oh, I killed something invisible there. More torches. I need a center. Let's do that. You know what, let's do this one thing. User interface actions, options. Center map continuously. P. Yes. Let's get out of here. There we go. That's a little better. For my taste. Seems like it's hesitating a bit, like pausing a bit. Being a little slightly unresponsive, this game, right now. Let's read one of them. You sense the presence of buried treasure, and etc. Let's go find the buried treasure. That's not buried treasure. It's soon to be a buried centipede, though. Potion of boldness. Yeah, we headed out of town last week to see Tanya's parents because hey, we're double vaccinated now. We've had both shots. We waited the 2 weeks period to make sure we were, the full effect of both vaccines had kicked in. Her parents are both double vaccinated. We waited the 2 weeks for them to get fully affected by it. What the hell? Shit. Where am I going here? So I spent a week or so in her hometown, which I love going to. I love that town. We talk about moving there sometimes, and were it not for the acting career, I think we'd do it sooner rather than later. We'll see how things go. But while we were there, we also went out to a patio to dine. And I'm sure to some, even over the last year, that wasn't necessarily a hugely uncommon event. But for me it was. That's the first time I've gone in public, other than really rarely going into a store when I absolutely had to, in the bulk of 2 years. And while it was nice, they had a good spacing between us and other tables. It was outside, so the risk of the illness was minimal. We wore masks until such time as we had our food, and we obviously had to remove them to eat. But there was an element, I've been told by other people who have been starting to resume their old lives post-pandemic, that there's an unusual level of stress and anxiety associated with returning to formerly benign activities. And I definitely experienced it with that restaurant. I was like, it's fun to be here. I've missed this. But the whole time I was there, I was definitely on edge. I definitely had a feeling of menace, danger. I think it's going to take a while to shake that kind of thing. For me, at least. Maybe not for you. Or for me, it certainly will. There's a bookstore in that town, too, that I love. It's my favorite used bookstore there. Why is this moving so slow? What is going on here? You know what? Give me 1 second to do things like close Unity, where I was working on stuff. Will you close, please, sir? Save. Yes, definitely save. And close Photoshop, where I was working on a graphic before realizing I am no graphic artist. Don't laugh at my work. That was my attempt at making some graphics, like for a load screen. But it sucks, so I'm not going to use it. Kiri, you're fine. That didn't seem to help, did it? Close off this. Close the window. Done. No, it's just it's acting slow for whatever reason. Like really slow. Look at this. Kiri, what are you doing? 1 second, let me let the cat in. Listen to her. Come on in, my God. We bought her a new big cat tree, something she could climb and perch atop and enjoy. Oh, that's better now. Enjoy, and she loves it, but she still hates being separated from me. I have to close the door because this microphone, as I said, is just more sensitive, so it'll pick up too much ambient sound from my home. I think Tanya's cooking dinner, I think. A little early for that. I don't know what she's doing. Doing something in the kitchen. Woman's work, right? That is a joke. In case anybody thought I was being serious. I might turn off the auto center. Let's try turning that off and seeing if it... I don't know who remembers earlier versions of Angband and Moria, where if you went into the menu there and said, for instance, auto center, it would have brackets slow next to it to remind you that this may slow the game down, but it's never been a legitimate cause for concern or to bat an eye on a modern 64-bit machine, like with 4 cores or whatever it has, 3.4 gigahertz processors. I mean, that shouldn't matter. But apparently it does. If that's what's causing a slowdown. If not, I don't know what it is. You see my instincts there, and you press W, it automatically brings up the list of things that are wieldable, but I'm used to the old idea of pressing asterisk. Kira, you just came in. You can't want out. Even you're not that fickle. Wild dogs, those may be kind of new to this version of Angband. I don't think they existed in very old versions. It might be the plethora of white worm masses that's making me go so slow, because look at it, it's still dicking around here. We'll leave the dungeon soon and see if that fixes things at all. Standard cloak, we don't need that. Look at this nonsense. I'm pressing northeast. Yeah, I know there's a wall in the way. There wasn't when I pressed it. Holy crap. Can we get off this level? Let's go to the stairs. Maybe it's something to do with what's going on in this level. I did not experience this even on my wife's much older, much slower laptop. This is a brand new, shitty phenomenon. Holy crap. Jesus Christ, get me off this level. This is insane. We'll just play today, guys, until we get to character level 6. Will you fucking move? Oh my god. Assuming we can get off this level. That is the game plan. Let's go back up. We carrying anything we need identified? No. We found nothing new there. We might have enough to buy that infravision helmet now. Let's see if that's still around. Kiri Johnson, what are you doing? Ooh, a hard cap of wisdom. Fucking right, I want that. Let's buy that. Q. You've learned the rune of sustained wisdom. You've learned the rune of wisdom. So as I said, there are runes now instead of enchantments. So anything that has the wisdom rune or the sustained wisdom rune, I will now recognize it automatically. Let's wield that. Let's, I guess, give this away. No, I said G. G means get. I was pressing G for giveaway. No, Jesus Christ. Sell. Get rid of that. Alright, rings are okay, so I can't get the free action gloves yet. So I guess there's nothing really new here we want. Oh, leather gloves plus 5. Let's purchase those. Another definite difference I noticed playing this versus playing 4.1.3, which I also played this past week, before realizing I didn't have the most current version. You find artifacts and, like named weapons a lot less frequently. I don't know if I found one last time, whereas I found like 5 or 6 in the 4.1.3 version I played. We're not going that far. We're still just going down to level 1, so let's leave it at that. Let's go down one more time. There's some money. Money equals good. Look at it. Is it slow again? If it is, guys, there's something... I don't know what the hell's going on. For all I know, my fucking computer's doing like a... Flask of oil, let's take that. An apple. There you go. Something new food. Let's eat that. Let's eat B. It's just normal food. It's just got a different fed value. You know, how much it gives you back. I don't recall what I was saying. Can't have been of much value, therefore. Oh, maybe my computer's running virus software or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. One of those. You automatically pick up things if you already have one of them, if they can stack. That might be the same as before. Just tunnel that out of the way so we can progress. Large white snake. Yep. It's running. Well, slithering. It's escaping. It's attempting to escape. Jesus, that was a hard thought to get out accurately. One second. Alright. Come on, level 6. Can't be that far away. Let's get away from this eye. Rest. Something else that I definitely, my old instincts still scream at me, lessons I learned from Moria and still applied in Angband as I recall. You'll see this. Look. It's the same book we already have. Instinctively, I want to pick it up because lessons I learned in Moria always carry multiple backups in case something gets stolen. Now, maybe that's still viable tactics, I don't know. But I didn't have a single thing stolen from me, aside from money, in my last playthrough. And again, if I'm right in understanding this game designer's will in terms of what he's doing with Angband maintenance, and he's trying to get rid of things that people find annoying or whoa, you set off the alarm, a horn blast. Shit, let's disarm that. Like searching for secret doors as an example. If that's the case, he may have gotten rid of people stealing your objects. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it was just coincidence that it didn't happen. Let's grab that. Let's eat that. Apples. Handful of dried fruits. Let's eat that too. Apparently we're a vegetarian. Should be almost double level here, man. Maybe even at level 5 we'll go down. Because I gotta admit, this is getting easy enough that I'm not... These guys are smart enough not to come out and follow me out here, right? They'll meet me in the doorway. It's an odd thing to say about wild dogs. They're smart enough, but I mean they're cunning enough. I think that's a better way to put it. We have tons of scrolls of light that we're not going to need, and we can't sell them. Should probably just drop them, but for now, I'm maintaining they're not affecting my speed, and I don't need to worry about carrying... So, what happened to me? You hit a teleport trap. It teleports you directly to money. Thank you, teleport trap. Let's read one more of these damned treasure detection things. Nothing. Nothing in terms of buried treasure, anyway. And objects we would have found eventually on our own anyway. Oh, I didn't even see the grey mold there. Grey mushroom patch, whatever. What is going on? Why is it not? I saw you trying to get away there, soldier ant. We need 9 more experience, guys. 9 more. That'll level us up. I'll check the duration of our gameplay at that point. I do not want to go over an hour. I don't know how often I'll be able to get back to playing these to record them. I'm going to try to... I say this without a promise. I say this with I say this as a theory. That I'm going to try to get back to doing 1 a week at least, instead of... I used to do them 1 a day, sometimes more. I certainly don't have time for 1 a day anymore. And it's not really feasible given Tanya works from home and has meetings all day, so... me talking about soldier ants in the background is not going to earn her a raise. But I'll try to get back to doing them somewhat, well, more frequently than I have over the last 6 months. I've been concentrating so much on working on my own new game, Stop the Saturnians, which I'm hoping to release maybe on Steam in the next few months. That I haven't really had time to do much else aside from the odd workout. Are you kidding me? We're not. Let's go down a level. Let's go down. As soon as we've leveled up, we will check the time and possibly call it there down in the dungeon. This seems a tame, sheltered place. Let's go. Did our torch just die? Guess so. Just died as we got down. Shrieker mushroom, damn it. There's another one. It fled, but that's okay. I need to rest. As far as I can tell, monsters also have 2 speeds now. They have like a movement speed and an attack speed, and it might be 2 separate things. I'm not sure if that's true. Could be totally wrong. Small wooden chest. Let's try and disarm that. Can we search? Now spin around now. Open. You pick the lock. Leather scale mail. 20 plus 5. That's all it is. Because it has no question marks next to it. No, there's no other enchantment on this. It's just 20 plus 5 scale mail. Let's definitely wear that, given we're wearing no armor, as far as I recall. Yeah, we have nothing. Let's get that. Let's wear it. Leather scale mail. Bumped our armor class up significantly. Let's we up a level yet? No, we still need 5 more experience. Another McCabwebs here again. Lots of money, though. Money is certainly of more value in Angband, always was, than in Moria, because in Moria you eventually reach a point where there's a cut purse, right? Fuck, he's gonna steal all my money. Speaking of money. If I had time, I'd read a blessing spell, but I don't have time. He hasn't stolen my money yet. Shield bash. He's stunned. I haven't determined what stunned means. They still attack. As you can see, his health, those asterisks, turns to a cyan color when he's stunned. But I don't know what it means. If you know what it means, tell me in the comments. I would appreciate it. White jelly. Or poisoned. Thankfully we have the... Oh good, we're at lot below. Let's read first of all. Read the scroll of neutralize poison. Quaff the potion of neutralize poison. There we go. And let's gain a new spell. We learned call light. Let's drop all our save him for now. Get rid of him later. Let's just kill this guy off. There, he's dead. You drop anything of value? Let's as a fucking priest. Let's go deal with it. Yeah, money's always been more valuable in Angband, and certainly in this version, because in the stores sometimes shows up really expensive things, like even the potions you go down, deep into the dungeon to get to raise your stats. Those show up in stores eventually, in the black market at least. And if you have enough money, you can buy them. So money is definitely worth collecting in this in a way that is not necessarily as much so in Moria. Let me check how long we've been recording. I see no indication. Oh, 48 minutes. You know what? We'll go a few more minutes. Maybe we'll get to level 6, like we forecast. Let's get to level 6. That'll be an hour. Grab that. That should be good. Yellow centipede. I have a soft spot in my heart for the giant yellow centipedes. Not because I like centipedes, I don't. They freak me out. But because what got me into the Moria/Angband scene was that wonderful, wonderful YouTube series, 30 Minutes of Moria. And at the start of each of his episodes, he would talk about a randomly chosen monster, I believe, from Moria, and related stats. And I think episode 1... Fuck, we're moving slow again. Hopefully the next time we play, this is not like this. I believe it was episode 1, he covered the giant yellow centipede. It might even be, you know what it might be? It might be my fucking... It might be my wireless numpad communicating with my computer. I bet you that's what it is. communicating inefficiently with my computer. Giant blue centipede. Guy was electricity. Oh, okay. We don't have any magic items for the electricity to destroy, which is good. Well, I guess it's not good. These guys multiply? I can't recall. Nope, but if we can kill off a few of them, we will. Let's go grab that. Jesus. Let's get up here. We'll be up a level in no time. Welcome to level 6, there you go. Alright guys, we met our goal. Let's just finish exploring this room. Literally just this room. And before I forget, do we have any spells we have yet to use? Yeah, we're going to call it. Just cast it for the sake of casting it. Get some experience. Alright, there's the room. Alright, I'm going to call it there, guys. Obviously I've been missing roguelikes, or I wouldn't have spent so much time out of town playing them. So it's nice to be back. Hopefully we can keep the pace of this not too slow. Hopefully you're not too annoyed with me for playing Angband again, even though it is a distinctly different Angband than Angband was. So add it to the list of variants, essentially, that we're going to cover. Aight, I'm out of here. I think. Use my mouse. File. Save. Saving game done. Click a button. There we go. Apparently you can click to move now. That's pretty convenient, isn't it? Huh. Like in Caverns. Wonderful. Alright, I'm done. Bye.